Hey, yo, Epps, let these motherfuckers know.
This is the opening credits, the way I start my shit off. We been getting money while these niggas been asleep, dawg. I'm so old school and I'm still playing leapfrog. Crawl before you walk, that's really what I'm trying to teach y'all. Y'all niggas and bitches will never learn. If you never have discipline, nigga, you never earn. Stay the fuck away from people who look for the blood to burn. And know that family and friends always gon' fake like they concerned. And y'all don't know what I've been through. Y'all can't tell me what I can and can't do. I walk through the fire with them Jordan 4s. Still in the game and they still rooting for the boy. Grown man boss, real nigga shit. These niggas fake, man, ain't none of them really rich. Money, no money, and we don't know y'all. We been really in the trenches, we got niggas on the yard. 23 and 1 and never see the sun. They been in so long, they never seen they sons. And it's the type of shit that we go through. Living on faith, man, and trying to be hopeful. A lot of dreams buried in the cemetery. The game they playing out here, y'all know it's very scary. I keep my heart cold like October to February. I'm trying to hit on every number like I'm Jerry. Go large or go home. I'm in the zone like I'm 2-3. And I'm playing with an attitude. Timberwolves, KG. I talk slick, nigga know that I'm nasty. And when it's wartime, know that we ain't trying to be classy.
DJ Epps.
Right now, the DJ Epps and Friends Show. Weeknights at 10 p.m. with live turntable mixes and interviews. It's time to turn up your smart device and crank it loud.
Hey, yo, check this out. It's your boy Diddy. As we proceed to give you what you need, we are the world famous, the supreme, grand imperial. Hey, yo, Epps, let these motherfuckers know.
Father God, we first want to take this time to say thank you. Thank you for life. Thank you for love. Thank you for those who are tuned in to this live at this moment. We pray, Lord, that whoever is tuned in right now, that you bless them. Allow them to have an enjoyable time. Allow them to be able to come on here and not worry about problems and not worry about what is going on, but we know that you are taking care of it. At this moment, at this time, allow people to feel loved, to feel peace, and to smile and enjoy. For you said, do not be weary of doing good. So I pray that everybody sows good and reaps good, encouraging one another and looking out for one another. In your holy name we pray. Amen. This is DJ Epps and Friends. Let's go.
Cheer, what up, everybody? It's your boy DJ Epps. We live and direct for you and yours. We here on a beautiful Tuesday night. You gotta excuse me, man. I've been on the road all weekend long, actually since last week, and they remodeling my not remodeling. They're just fixing some things in my studio, so I'm all over the place. But live and direct. It's your boy DJ Epps and Friends. Everybody, please share the live, share the live, share the live, share the live. All right, man. We got my man from 2 Live Crew, DJ Mr. Mixx, gonna be in the building live and direct. If you want to buy a badge, you're more than welcome to buy a badge, but I definitely need you to share the live. All right, man. Big shout to everybody that's in the room today. Big shout to my man Jadakiss in town. I just finished hanging out with him. Big shout to my man DJ Technician. You know what I mean? We had a great time at the Conscious and Unconscious event that happened on Miami Beach, live and direct. I'm just putting the pin up for my man, Mr. Mixx, that's about to walk up in here right about now. Today's show is brought to you by Positivity Water. You know how we do, man. Everybody, man, you know what's up with that Positivity Water. Everything around me is always positive, and everything around you should be positive as well. So get that new alkaline water. Yes, Positivity Water. You need that in your life. Trust me, trust me, trust me. You need that in your life. All right, man? Also, man, don't forget me on Rock the Bells this Saturday, 9 p.m. Gonna do a crazy mix for Art Basel. It is Art Basel weekend out here, man. So please, everybody, you know, if you're in Miami, you're in my city, be safe, behave, all that good stuff. A little drinky, and you know, And yeah. But our Basel weekend is over here in Miami. Yeah, live and direct. There go my guy. Hey, hold on. Let me put the headphones on, man. Let me put the headphones on right quick. Because I want to talk to my guy right quick, man. Not Mixx, what up, boy?
What's up, brother? What's up,
How's
brother?
everything, man?
Everything is peachy keen, as they said back in the day. Peachy keen, brother.
I'm glad you pulled up on me, man. I'm glad we have you on the show. You know what I mean? We got a lot of things we got to catch up on, man. But other than that, how was your Thanksgiving?
I'm still recuperating from it. I pulled a groin muscle trying to do ghetto charades. Hey, there was a thing you had to do right on the card that said act it out, and it said shooting dice. So, you get ready to get down on the ground, and it was a wrap.
Right. Two Live Cruise on Mr. Mixx. Everybody shut alive. Yo, Mixx, what's your Thanksgiving plate looking like? What does a Thanksgiving Mr. Mixx 2 Live Thanksgiving plate look like? Please, because I know us fat boy DJs, boy, we get down. I want to know what Greg Nice, nice and smooth in the building. What up, Greg Nice? I see you, Greg. Talk to me, Mr. Mixx. What does a Mr. Mixx Thanksgiving plate look like?
Nowadays, it's looking a little skimpy because I don't want to eat that much butter. You got the turkey, you got the cranberry sauce, you got the yams, the mac and cheese, the greens. My girl upstairs, so I don't want to mess around and say nothing wrong, but hey, it was tender to the touch, tender to the bite. Hey, I'm still recovering from it. There's still some leftovers, a few, just a little bit.
What? You still got leftovers, man? Throw that thing away, man. It's not good right now. Man, Mr. Mixx, we rep that Dade County, 305 Miami. You know what I mean? We rep that Florida, period.
Yes, for sure.
You know what I mean? So I want to have a little Florida talk with you, man.
Uh-oh.
You know what I mean?
Ebonics or which side of it is going to be Hoodie Bonics? Is it going to be, are we going to have it all smorgasbord and all in one thing?
Well, we're going to put it all in one pot, make it one gumbo. All right? But I'm going to start off with the legendary Uncle Luke. All right?
Okay.
I'm going to start off with, I think it's only respectful we start with Luke. All right?
Right. Okay.
You've been on the road with Luke. You DJ for Luke. You know how Luke get down, especially back in the days.
Yes.
Explain to the people that's just been born or that was underneath a rock, whatever you want to call it, how legendary Uncle Luke is to Miami.
Well, I will say that he was the first guy. When I met him, I met him on a complete whim. I'm originally from California, so one of the records that I did while I was still in the military actually got distributed by a West Coast company called Macola, and he got a hold of the record. But the ironic aspect of it, at that time, he was doing club DJ stuff along with not at strip clubs, because strip clubs was obsolete at that time.
Right.
There was a skating rink that he was doing, and also some nightclub stuff that he was doing.
Like Strawberries and shit. You think I don't know, nigga?
Yeah, all of that stuff. I mean, before that, he was basically bringing guys, Run DMC, Houdini, Mantronics, a group called Divine Sounds, Ultimate 3. All of these are underground rap groups, and he was bringing them to Miami to do shows at the skating rink. And right. I met him based off of the fact of our record got into their record pool, and he reached out to us and got the record hot in the area and brought us down to do some shows.
Right.
What happened is between doing those 2 and 3 shows that we did with him, we befriended each other, and me and Fresh Kid Ice and Chinaman, like I said, we're both in California in the military. Once I was already out, but once Chinaman got out, we pilgrimage down to Miami, and we joined forces with what it was that he was doing and our newfound success of making records in the Miami market. So I mean, it was a long time ago. He's definitely someone that you should look at as, you know, if I could do it, you could do it. He came, I wouldn't say that he necessarily came out the mud, but there was an atmosphere that there was no rappers in the marketplace. People listened to rap music, but there was no rappers in the marketplace. It was just, you know, the thing at that time was the DJ that was doing the talk over, you know, check that out, band, you know, talking over the mic. There was no rappers though.
Right.
So we were like the first group. Once we, you know, confined what it was we were doing with each other, we was really the only group that was actually doing some things. And then offshoot different groups start coming up after the fact that we started making records there.
Right. Right. And a lot of people don't understand the Miami style of DJing back in the days that we still have till this day.
Right.
I mean, whether it was ghetto style, whether it was, you know, Uncle Al style, whether it was Mr. Mixx style, you know what I mean, how we you know, we ride with the beat. We ride with the music and you know what I mean?
Right.
We DJ the hell out that record. You know what I mean?
Right. They don't really get, I mean, you have to be there to see its effect. You know what I mean? You just, it ain't something that you can just hear about. You have to physically be there to respect what the scenario actually is with it. And you feel it in the sound and all of that. The energy is really, to keep it 100, is stronger than what a rapper would actually been able to do in those days. It was definitely stronger than that.
Right, right. And nowadays you hear like drill music, you know, out of Jersey, and you know, I listen to that and I be like, hold up, man. It's kind of really no difference to booty music or, you know what I mean?
Right.
Shake your ass music, you know what I mean?
Right. They just came in, you know, a lot of people don't really realize that our music was kind of boycotted, not really banned, but it was kind of boycotted. You know, anything beyond Washington, D.C., our records wouldn't get into the marketplace. So they really kind of got up on the style of different things late. And, but Baltimore, thank goodness, Baltimore and D.C. was on us. So there's the Baltimore club stuff, I think, started that music that they do in Jersey, kind of. They kind of got into the game a little late based on that. But they got some classics though. We ain't gonna give them the thumbs down.
You hit it on the you hit it on the money. You said bass on that. OZ the Conquer, you know, he says shout out to Magic Mike. Yep. That just also reminds me. I don't think people like Magic Mike, Clay D, who else? Some of those guys, you know, Splack Pack. I don't think I don't think those guys get the credit that they deserve. You know what I mean? Because there was really heavy part of the bass era.
Right.
As
exactly.
well.
I just think that the biggest thing, Epps, at that time, even though Miami was a big city, we didn't have no journalist presence. There was no hip hop journalism presence in the market. So a lot of the stuff that was going on at that time, nobody ever really thought about having video cameras around. Thank goodness.
Right.
Yeah, some of them definitely don't need to be on no cameras nowhere anyway. So maybe it was a blessing in disguise.
Right. We was getting away with murder. and it's funny how, you know, why didn't we call it twerking back in the days? Why is it now twerking?
Well, you know, it was just I don't
booty
know,
shaking. It was booty shaking.
They would call it shake dancing, basically. But the twerk, you know, twerking, the word really kind of came from when Yin Yang them did the little whistle while you twerk. And
right.
A lot of people don't know that twerking is twist and work together.
Right,
So,
right. They don't know that. I'm glad you told them that, OG. I'm glad you told them that because they just thinking twerking just came out of a vocabulary book or something. Nah, man.
right.
Come on, man. Got to put it in a gumbo and mix it up. You know what I mean?
Right. It's funny. I mean, the funny thing about it, though, we got so much young energy in us. We're not thinking how much time has really passed because these young people, they are born into a world that all of this stuff is created. When we was young like them, there was no identity with it. We had to make it be. It was just clay on the ground. We had to mold it.
Right, right, right. And these hit records, you know, Come On Babe, Darkwing said Pop That Pussy. You know, one of my favorite ones of all time was Move Something. Like, Move Something had them girls on the flow. Mixx, let me tell you something. I don't know if you know, but I'm raised and born in Harlem. You know what I mean? I'm a New York boy, but Miami made me. You know what I mean? When I came to Miami, it was wide open. I started, just like Uncle Luke, I started doing my hip-hop parties on South Beach, and we was bringing all types of artists to do parties on South Beach, just like Uncle Luke did. But when I got out here, man, and they were teaching me, Epps, you got to go in on some Disco Rick. You got to go in on some Mega Mix records. You know what I mean?
Right.
Danny Boy and them boys. You know what I mean?
Right.
I had to study that, like, and you know, I became a champ at it. You know what I mean? Like to a point, like okay, because you know, as I was hanging out in the hood and learning off, God rest in peace to Uncle Al. You know what I mean? I was learning off of him. But them Chicos down in Kendall was keeping me up to date with some the other side of bass music. You know what I mean?
Right. No,
that was also respected by Uncle Luke and everybody else. You know what I mean?
Right.
Let's talk about some of these road trips you've been on with Uncle Luke. Yo, are you married? You married, right? Who's that beautiful young lady in that picture back there? Who's that?
This one right here is Tammy Terrell. My daughter drew a picture of her. You know, Tammy Terrell from Motown that did all them, her and Marvin Gaye records. That's the portrait of her that my daughter drew. And the other ones is her, my girl, but they kind of look similar, but she's out of the picture right now. But yeah, I'm married without being married, but I'm married.
Okay, whatever that means.
Yeah, that means exactly that. You're living married, no matter
Understood.
what paperwork say or any of that. That's
so it's safe to talk about some of these stories.
Yeah. It's always
listen,
safe
man.
anyway.
Listen, I've been on the road with Uncle Luke a couple of times. I went to go. He chose me to go DJ for him a couple of times.
Mm-hmm.
I was grateful to see that, to view that side of Uncle Luke. Not Luke, Uncle Luke. There's a difference with Uncle Luke and Luke. I don't know if people know that.
Yeah, maybe part 1, part 2, maybe. Yeah.
Now, okay, I'm gonna tell you a story. One time I brought Luke to Fort Myers on the other side of Florida just to go. I'm doing a party over there. Come over there. I'm gonna get you a bag. Come over there, party with me. He's like, Epps, no problem. Let's go do it. We do it. And after the club, I shit you no lie. I don't know if it was my mistake. I don't know if I even did it. But somewhere, somehow, something, somebody said the after party at the hotel.
Right. Okay.
Listen. My room, his room, a mess. The hallway was full of people smoking weed. And them girls were ready to party, like willingly, like they didn't give a damn.
Yeah, that was the zone. That's always been the Florida
You hit it on
vibe.
the money. You hit it on the money. What is up with that zone back in the days with the ladies? Like, did they just want to be with Luke? They just want to be. They just want to bring the freak out of themselves. What was that zone?
The whole get down was that before I even got there, and I got there in the mid '80s, Miami and the thought process of Miami, permeated throughout the whole South. And just the thought process, the attitude of the girls wanting to be on the beaches. For the people that never been to Miami for real, it is extremely hot. Nobody really want to have no clothes on to begin with. So, and it's a, let's keep it 100. It's a pay to play atmosphere in Miami. That's just what it is. So, the guys that got the high top pay get to play, and the girls wasn't afraid to let it be known that they wanted to play. So the music kind of accentuated the memo of what's always been Miami. Yeah.
Abstract said the thought process. The thought process. Listen, man, like coming up in Miami, Haitian light skinned nigga, like I have my fair shares of you know what I mean?
Right. It's become way more diversified now than it was back in the earlier days. But just the out and out, like I say, the vibe of the city, the Caribbean atmosphere. I mean, it's almost like Miami is not part of the United States sometimes. You have to really kind of, it's almost like getting an invite to go to the different islands of the Caribbean when you touch down in Miami. It's like, there's really no other city in the country like it.
Rec One, I see you. Rec One, what's popping? DJ Rec One in the building. And like I was about to say, man, like I as a young boy, I had it popping with, you know what I mean, them girls, man. You don't get it twisted, you know what I mean? But those rode with Uncle Luke, those times with Uncle Luke, it taught me how to stack them and pack them and what we used to say, dick them down.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
Like
and they was just hell. The girls is on it more than some of the cats was. And a lot of
I shit you no lie. No, I shit you no lie. Sometimes there was some girls that would just wanna. They don't want to, but they would direct the traffic themselves.
Right. Exactly.
Like Epps, come put that in her mouth right now, while I lick your nipples. I'm like, all right, man.
Right. Yeah. It's nothing like Miami. Ain't nothing like Miami at all. There's no other place in the country like it.
So what Mr. Mixx got coming up lately, man? I know you got some shit brewing up for the 2023. What's going on with Mr. Mixx?
Yeah, just basically, staying in the race, doing remixes, still go out and do 2 Live Crew shows and things of that nature, go DJing around with, I like doing the old school 80s sets, of 80s, 90s sets. I don't necessarily play any of the young stuff all that much, but I do have cats that be around me that do that kind of stuff. But at the end of the day, I like keeping up with what the young guys are doing. The young girls, the biggest thing that I got with this stuff is that a lot of the older cats don't really keep up in a way that maybe they should, because we can, you can learn from anything, what I mean? But at the same time, the young dudes, that learned off of playing with, the computers, all of the sounds are right there at their disposal. A lot of them don't really have a whole bunch of imagination, and the whole hip hop get down was based off of having an imagination of saying, you know what, I like Let's Get It On by Marvin Gaye. Maybe I'm gonna have, I'm gonna take that beat and have somebody else sprinkle something on it this way, that way. We already know it's a winning combination. So a lot of these young people, they kind of got it, but they don't really have, it's almost like the formula is cool for no one that doesn't really know. Young people, they don't really know. But with us, we know when the Kentucky Fried Chicken hits the water or the churches hit the grease. We know what that's that. That's that. A lot of the young dudes, they kind of be in the hope business sometimes. They don't really know. They have to get too much acclamation from the people in internet land. But DJs are the first line of defense. They're gonna flat out say what it is. A lot of times you can't go off of what the internet say. The DJ is usually the one. Yeah, okay, that's fried up right on. Nah, you may need to go let that marinate a little bit and then throw it back in the flour and then try to refry it or something.
Right. And I know you've been doing a couple of remixes, man. I caught one recently, and I was like, God damn, that right there, I'm gonna have to take that and go run on Rock the Bells with it right quick, man.
Yeah, hey, man. I mean, the art of doing remixing, the young, that's another thing. The young guys, they just don't have an understanding. Even the young DJs, they don't really have an understanding of the essence of remixing. Remixing was like the way that a DJ could actually have an opportunity to really get their shine. You know what I mean?
Right.
So a lot of the young guys of today, they're just, I guess some of them are okay with being human jukeboxes. That ain't never been our get down though. If you had an idea or concept, if I had an idea or concept, we were trying to make the situation be a next level scenario.
Right.
And I just think that that's the part that they don't really get. They don't really understand that the DJs were the guys that was at the controls, not the rapper. It
Right.
just turned in that recently. It's
Right.
always been the DJ / producer that was the one that was quarterback. They were the Tom Brady's.
And I noticed, you just like me. We very versatile, but we love our turntables.
Hey,
I see you.
look. I just think with the aspect of turntablism, or just being able to know how to work your jelly with them, it's an art form that's never gonna go away. But the young people, they don't even have the nerve to get out there to even try to do it with all of the goofy newfangled equipment that they got. They're still lightweight nervous to get out there in a particular way. You got to put your nuts on the table and do what it is that you do.
Right.
You can't be nervous about it. And it's cool to some of the technology stuff that's going on. It's cool. We don't want to, talk over the audience head, the absolute session versus the relativity session, of doing the DJ and stuff, Some of those things give you extra things that we wish we could have had in the 80s and 90s. True enough, but you still had to have the mind skill set to be able to make it be what it needs to be. And that's the part of the movie that they really don't get, And I wish that they would, be a little more versed when it came to that aspect. It's even back in the days, we weren't even on stages. We was like in a booth that was way up. Sometimes people couldn't see you. Your booth was around the corner. All you could hear was the music. You couldn't get no individual shine or nothing. Nobody. Well, where's the music coming from? It's coming from over there.
Right.
All kind of, we could be all day with that part of it.
Man, and that's why I like staying on my turntables, because even them young ones be looking at me like, how you do that? How
exactly.
How you do that? And I think that's what makes people like me, you, Kid Capri, makes us stand out. You know what I mean?
Right. There's a whole element of, the guy looks like he is doing something. I don't really know what the hell he's doing. What is that thing that's dragging on the record there? I don't know what that is. Why does he keep moving that around?
Word up. They have no idea. We were like, yo, watch out. We on some next shit. Yo, Mixx
O.G.
Yo,
is that a pencil he's moving around?
I know, right? Yo, Mixx, man. Yo, I ain't gonna keep you up, man. I thank you for rolling by today, man.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what it is, man, and we got more work to do, especially coming up in the new year. Let everybody know where they can contact you if they want to, book you, or if they want to meet up with you, or if they want to do remixes with you, whatever, man.
I'm right on this platform, Instagram. I don't do Twitter and all that. That's because I don't know how to do it. Ain't because I got an issue with it. You can reach me here at 2 live mix, MIXX, right here on Instagram. That's the only thing that I'm on. I'm always, I check my messages, this, that, and the third. Hit me, get at me, whatever it is that, no nudes. Hey.
We grown. Stop that, ladies.
Yeah, just 2 live mix, the 2 live MIXX. I'm here on the platform on Instagram. I dig it, man. I really appreciate being able to be on the show and chop it up with you for a little bit. And, just like you say, look out for these, remixes, different things. Matter of fact, we got a show coming up next month with Cube and Bone Thugs and somewhere in Florida. I think it's on Boca Raton, Delray, something like that. You know, top of
yeah. I think who is it? Danny? Danny's doing that event, I think.
Quest. Johnny Quest is doing
Johnny
it.
Quest, excuse me,
Yeah.
Johnny Quest. Yeah, man, I saw that. That should be a big turnout right there, man. I'm gonna link up with my man Crazy Bone. I think I'm gonna go meet up with you up there.
Okay, that's fine. The
Yeah.
more the merrier.
You know what it is, man. Everybody, thank you, DJ Mr. Mixx from 2 Live Crew passing through today, man. Yo, Mixx, you know my number. Holla at me anytime. And we're gonna talk again after this Art Basel situation, all right?
For sure. I'm gonna hold you to it.
Nah, definitely. We got some work, man. That remix you gave me, watch what I do this Saturday on Rock the Bells Channel 43 on Sirius XM with that remix. That Beyonce remix thick, oh my God.
Hey,
oh
man,
my God.
That's just what that's just, you know, that's just working the cayenne pepper, man. We know how to do it. It's just sometimes you got to be able to reach out to guys like yourself to be able to distribute it out. That's what it is.
I'm there for you, Mixx. I got you. Say no more, all right?
I appreciate you, brother, for sure.
I appreciate you. Everybody, this is my man, DJ Mr. Mixx from the 2 Live Crew passing through the DJ Epps and Friends show. You already know. Mixx, I'll holler at you later, brother.
Yep, for sure. Thank you very much.
All day, all day.
All
Word
right.
up, man. Oh, man. Yeah, classic, legendary. That's a great word. We have to describe it. Legendary. And for him to pass through, you know, telling us some stories and giving us some gems, you know what I mean? It's an honor. It's an honor. DJ Mr. Mixx passing through. You already know. Where my guy AV at? Alpha Villains. There he go. Let's get my man AV up in the building and let's catch up on what's been going on in this crazy world. In the meantime, man, DJ Epps and Friends, listen, man. Tomorrow, I believe I'm gonna be on. I think I'm not too sure. I gotta start. AV, you can hear me?
Yeah.
All right, cool. I think I'm gonna be on tomorrow. I'm not too sure. If not, I'm gonna be gone for the rest of the week because it's Art Basel weekend and I'm moving and shaking out here. PZB Live, I see you, beautiful. Holla at me, man. AV, what's up, bud?
What's poppin'? How you doing?
Everything good. You know what it is, man. You know, just staying alive like Wyclef and Khaled, you know what I mean? And you know, we
You
moving and shaking.
doing your thing. Yeah, I see that, man. You doing your thing, man. I saw you in a tuxedo. I haven't seen you in a suit in a long time. It's been a minute. Shit, I had.
Hold on. Something just happened. Let me. I think he just got disconnected. Right quick. Hold on. Let me just take him off and bring him back in. All right. Shout to B Dub, the Bro Talk podcast in the building. That's family right there, man. It's family right there. What happened here? Let me get my guy in here. What the hell just happened? Anybody can hear me? Y'all can hear me? DBIC, let me know what's popping over there on that side. Let me know what's popping over there on that side. All right. I'm trying to get this screen off and bring my guy back in. Yeah, excuse me. I don't know what happened on his side there, but we're gonna bring him back in here. All right. Yeah, it's Art Basel weekend in Miami, and a lot is going on. There you go.
Yeah, I don't know what happened.
Yeah. That Wi-Fi over there. What's going on?
Nah, nigga. Nice try, buddy. I'm good over here, my G. How you? I'm chilling.
Everything's good, man. So yeah, man. I haven't been in a suit in a while, and
Yeah, I was like, look at this nigga with the custom fit.
Shit.
You're with the greats, man. But you looked like you belonged. You didn't look out of place, man. You looked like you belonged. There were a lot of greats and a lot of legends there, man. I was like, it was good to see you amongst the legends. You know what I'm saying? Like, because you're a legend in your own right. So that's what's up.
Well, you know, it was an honor and a pleasure, you know, for those kings to invite me out and say, "Yo, Epps, you know what I mean? You've been doing great. You're doing good for a lot of people. You're doing good for the
Sure.
artists. You're doing good on Rock the Bells. You got your own podcast going on Instagram that nobody is touching right now." And they was like, "Yo, come celebrate with us. It's only right." And big shout to
Yeah.
Smoke Champs. You know what I mean? Smoke Champs. The event was great, man. Smoke Champs signed a deal with Revolt. You know what I mean? So not only Drink Champ is gonna be on Revolt, it's gonna be Smoke Champ. So shout
That's
to
what's up.
Relly and the whole family over there.
Yeah.
Be getting ready to do Smoke Champs on Revolt. Big shout to Nori.
Word.
Big shout to Tank.
Yeah, Real Tank was there.
Tank was
Everybody
there.
was there.
Yeah, man. Gunplay. Who else? A lot of people was there, man. Shout to Chip Fu from Fu Schnickens. I got to catch up with him. You know what I mean? It was a great situation, man. And I just got back from another event, man. You know, got to kick it with Jadakiss for a little bit. You know what I mean? Technician, of course. It's been a great situation, man. It's been a great week, man. So, you know, we moving and shaking. We're moving and shaking.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's again, it's a lot of work, and you know, it's nice to see when you plant seeds. It really takes some time, and I think that we've, you know, in this game, especially as men too, we got to learn how to be patient. We got to learn how to be patient, and just to see all your crops blooming at once, man. You know, it's not a surprise. You know what I mean? And I know, although you're very thankful, I know you're still not satisfied. You always want more. We always gonna want to try to climb the next mountain. Man, so congratulations to you, man. You know, all your hard work. You know, we just getting started. You already know the deal.
That's what it is, man. Talk to me and let everybody know about the show that you got going on in the morning on YouTube, my man.
Yeah. Peace. Shout out to Team S, man. Make sure I got a show, morning show. Make sure y'all follow me on YouTube. I got a channel called Alpha Villains. The goal of my channel and my brand is basically to remind men that it's okay to be unapologetically masculine without having to demean or disrespect women. You ain't got to disrespect women to be a man. However, you know, on my channel, we approach truth channel. We talk about the things that women are doing. We also talk about the thing men are doing. But at the end of the day, it's all about changing the narrative. You can be an alpha. You can try to become the best version of yourself. And that's okay. TV and everybody else don't want you to know your value. So my job is to try to change that. I got a morning show called Finish Your Breakfast with AV. Weekday mornings, 8:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on YouTube, Spotify, Twitch, all the platforms, Rumble. So we just getting started, man, but I'm getting a lot of support. I'm getting a lot of traction. It's a grind, man, but, you know, it's therapy for me, man. I appreciate it.
Damn right. You know, you're absolutely right, man. Somebody recently pulled me over inside the metaverse, matter of fact, and it was like, "Yo, Epps, I love your energy. I see what you do. I love your morning post." And then she was like, "But Epps, if you feel like, you know, you need to talk, like, talk." And I said, "What do you mean by that?" And it was like, "Listen, man, like, you know, I guess she does readings and stuff like that. So I don't know if she was trying to read me, but you know, but she kind of hit some things and she nailed some things, and she was just basically saying, men don't, you know, get to express their feelings. They hide it a lot. You know what I mean? They don't talk, and you know, I think that's why you can understand why you're doing what you do, and let everybody know that it's okay to.
Yeah. It's so crazy you say that, man, because I was just having a conversation with a good friend of mine, and you know, we walk each other off the ledge occasionally. You know, sometimes I need perspective. Sometimes I give him perspectives. You know, like good friends, brothers do. And you know, like us all, sometimes we go through some shit, and you know, I had to kind of remind him and put some things back into perspective for him. And as men, you're absolutely right. You know, we are conditioned and taught to just get over it. You're a man, just deal with it. And I find that sometimes when you do express yourself to women, sometimes it winds up biting you in the ass, right? Because biologically, women are more turned on by a man who is a man, right? Who can handle shit, who can take all the burden.
Right.
And sometimes when you express yourself a little too much, the woman starts to look at you in a different light.
Right.
So I told, so my man, I walked him off the ledge. And, I didn't want to press. I didn't want to pry because, like I said, men have a hard time opening up. But he trusted me with some information and shit. And I just checked on him. I texted him and shit. And he's been going through some shit. And he says, I didn't want to burden you. I didn't want to bother you.
Mm-hmm.
And I told him straight up, I said, listen, nigga, you're never a burden. First of all, you my brother. Number two, men don't have a voice and men don't have an ear. There's no place a man can talk freely without getting judged, without getting critiqued and shit. And sometimes when you talk to your partner, you talk to your lady, or you talk to the opposite sex,
Mm-hmm.
they kind of don't understand. That's like a woman telling you to empathize with her menstrual cramps.
Right.
Can't be done.
Right.
You know what I mean? So men definitely don't talk enough. I think that with the content that I do and a lot of the other content creators, we're just learning how to communicate. That's why most of this male content shit is very toxic, is very disrespectful, is very, is really attacking women because we just figuring out how to communicate. But I think once you get a little older and you realize it's not necessarily the woman's fault. If a woman is acting a certain way, it's typically the man's fault for allowing it, supporting it, cash apping her, liking her videos, doing all the dumb shit. So for me, I try to just take the onus and take the responsibility on myself. And I encourage men to take the responsibility on themselves. And if something happens, you get divorced, you break up and shit, figure out and look in the mirror and figure out how you contributed to that shit. So that way you're not mad at shit. Like I don't get mad at shit anymore. I chose a long time ago to understand women as opposed to loving them. You can't do both. You can, but you can't.
Right.
So for me, I think it's safer to understand them as opposed to just loving them and just, going crazy.
Right. Everybody share the live, man. My man AV, Alpha Villains in the building with me. Share the live. If you want to buy a badge, you're more than welcome to support.
Word.
It's your boy DJ Epps. We want to thank Mr. Mixx for passing through a little while ago. AV, by the way, everybody, I know we've been doing some female co-host search. We didn't get to book anybody
good
today because we've been really tight and busy. Period.
Right.
Be honest with you, I haven't even we haven't picked anybody to come on lately, but
sure.
we will continue that search.
Definitely. Yeah.
So your boy Khaled's in Paris, man. He's acting up like a fool over there. Like I'm like, yeah, this nigga like it's a Disney World, man. I ain't gonna lie, man. I was happy for Khaled because I know where Khaled come from, and when I say come from, just like he says, he doesn't fly at all, man. He'll just go probably as far as Jamaica, and that's it. And the man is all the way in Paris and now going to Saudi. Like the man really, really does not. He didn't like to fly at all.
I know. I know.
I mean?
Joe too. Joe Crack too.
Joe Crack too, but
and he's with him out there.
I think Joe Crack and some other people had to tell him how to, face your fears. I mean, you let me tell you something, man. I was trying to book Khaled back in maybe early 2000. So imagine all the bags he had missed from from then to now. Like imagine if you would have went there early, but I think, God works in mysterious ways and
sure.
it plans out well and I'm glad that he gets to step on the other side of the world and visit Paris and wherever he's going next over there, man.
Yeah, I think it's something really important for us to kind of talk about is growth. You just said that you remember where Khaled came from. I remember where you came from. You know where I came from.
Right.
And, we're changing things, right? All this hard work, overnight success usually takes a minimum of 10 years. And all the flowers that Joey's getting, Khaled, you're getting, is not only long overdue, it was a lot of times the only people that really saw the flowers first were you guys. You guys saw it in your head. So overcoming your fears is very important. We approach in 2023, and I asked somebody this. I asked my audience this morning. I said, where you at? 2023, where you at? We got one more month of this year, do you feel like this year went the way you wanted it to? And a lot of people didn't feel that way. Oh, you got the crazy socks.
I got the French fries.
French fries?
I got the French fries.
Nice.
This nigga says, yo,
nice.
show your socks. So don't pull my card, nigga. I'll show you my socks.
Don't get it fucked up, nigga.
I don't got the McDonald's logo on there, but you already know. They're the good French fries.
Right. yeah, but you got to overcome your fears, man. You can't let fear control you because, like you said, how many bags did he miss? And on a smaller scale for us normal folk, how many opportunities do you lose because you're scared? You're scared to get on the mic. You're scared to apply for a job. You're scared to leave your lady. You're scared to leave your man. There's a lot of things that hold us back because of fear. And they say, the biggest thing to fear is fear itself. So once you overcome your fear and you control your destiny, man, you kind of leave it in God's hands and you take it from there. And I'm glad that he was able to do that because he is acting a fool. But Khaled, he's wild and shit here. He's wild in the States. So to see him over there, man, that just shows a lot of growth on his part.
Yeah. And happy also birthday to Khaled. Celebrating a great birthday in Miami. And one last thing about Khaled, let's talk about is his present from Champagne Poppy. Did you see the present that he got?
Nah.
My man Champagne Poppy got Khaled 4 brand new, exclusive, expensive toilets. Like, I get it, you know what I mean? Most of Khaled's ideas might come from the toilet, you know what I mean? But this is not your ordinary regular toilet. You got to go back and go look at his page. You got to go check that shit out.
Yeah. The throne. That's the throne right there. A lot of my good ideas come in the toilet, in the shower, at the gym. Those moments, man, where you just don't want to be bothered, man. First thing in the morning, you just want to kind of like playing your show, playing your mixes. That's awesome. I didn't see that. But that's cool. That's probably a cool inside joke, man.
Yeah.
When you link up with Drake, make sure you find out, get the scoop for us, man. Let us know what the hell you was thinking.
Right.
Again, this nigga 4 toilets.
Right. Jimmy Hart says because he's the shit. Stop it, Jimmy. What's okay? So it seems like they got started with Megan and Tory's trial.
I don't. Well, you first, man, because I don't know why they. See, didn't she get caught in a lie, man? There was a lot of discrepancies in her story. I don't understand why they're going through with this. Like, it's the proof is in the pudding. It's crazy.
Well, at some point they got to dismiss the whole thing. I think that's where.
Right.
I think that's where they want to end this by the time the year ends. You know what I mean? They don't want this lingering into 2023 because I think they do know the proof in the pudding. I think they know the truth. I think they know who was probably lying. You know what I mean?
It's crazy, Epps. It's always a teachable moment, and I'm always dissecting shit, I guess, because now I'm doing a show like this type of shit. Mm-hmm. And, I kind of said this earlier today on my show today, too. I said, yo, and we talked about this before. I said, yo, when was the last time a woman apologized to you? I'll wait. And it's to kind of go hand in hand. We already know that Megan, based on some testimonies and some proof, that she was lying. She was stretching the truth. But just like most women, they will lie and take it to the grave. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? They're not going to, even if you got proof and shit, they're going to take it to the grave. They ain't going to confess to it. And now you got taxpayers and us paying for these lawyer fees and these court fees and shit to continue a trial that we know should be dismissed in a long time. And that's another teachable moment, too, for you guys. We got to be careful of who we fucking with. You know what I'm saying? Because society and the narrative is really going to side with the woman no matter what. Even if you bleeding, even if she scratched the shit out of you, if there's a domestic and the cops come, you probably going to jail. So
right.
Y'all got to be careful, man. And make sure, too, another thing, too, make sure y'all keep y'all receipts, text messages, emails, phone logs and shit, just in case. So that way you have that proof in the event you get jammed up. You know what I mean?
Big shout out to Sib, Team Epps in the building. I think she's absolutely
What's up,
right.
Sib?
Everything in the dark will surface to the light eventually.
Yes. Word.
Cool Joe from Goody Mob, my brother's in the building, also Team
Peace,
Epps.
peace.
We got some records we're gonna get ready to work on soon, man. I'm here picking out some beats for him. So we're gonna get to work in a minute. Shout out to Cool Joe from Goody Mob.
Peace.
Also, Kanye West and Kim. It looks like the divorce is settled. Um, my man got to cough up 200Ks every month. That's a bill, boy. that I that if man, you think
You
Kanye's
know,
gonna go broke by fucking 2024?
damn, there's so many layers to that Kanye thing. I mean, they're tearing Kim up in the YouTube streets. They're telling her you are an independent woman and shit, you a billionaire and shit, but you asking for 200K a month.
Mm-hmm.
That's one side of the story, and the other side of the story is, the divorce is finally final, and now that we know or think that Kanye is broke and shit, like he's just been stepping in a pile of shit. He just went on a podcast, Tim Pool, and he walked off the set. He visited Donald Trump at Mar-a-Lago, and Donald Trump says that he's a troubled man. At first, Epps, and we've touched on this, I really had a lot of faith, and I still kind of do into Kanye, and I thought it was part of his plan.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm starting to kind of eat my words. I think he's spiraling out of control, my nigga, and I don't think there's any – it's all gas, no brakes. Even Pusha T was a little pissed at him. And again, the media can spin it around, but everybody that's affiliated with Kanye that was supporting him as a good friend is feeling the backlash from his erratic behavior. So now he got to pay $200,000. He allegedly has no more money. He might just go broke, man. He might just go broke as a result of this.
And you're running for president? Or you want
Yeah,
to run for president?
Yeah, that's a publicity stunt. Obviously, nobody in their right fucking mind. They'll hire Trump. They'll elect Trump before they do that to him. But yeah, it's all publicity, man. But yeah, Kanye, he's spiraling out of control, man. It's really sad to see how And what about the Balenciaga thing? I know. Let's talk on that real quick. Yeah, I don't know if you saw the ads for that. The Balenciaga. There was a photo shoot of Balenciaga, and it was kind of promoting pedophilia. Basically, it was a photo shoot of two little girls with teddy bears, but the teddy bears were wrapped with bondage gear,
right,
like a gag ball, and there were wine glasses. So basically it was implying and promoting pedophilia, where adults, would have sex with kids. And Kanye whistleblowed on that shit. You know what I'm saying? It's basically saying that how come I could say something about Jews and get canceled, but Balenciaga can make an X-rated inappropriate photo shoot and nobody say anything about it. And Kim Kardashian, she makes a lot of money with Balenciaga. She condemned them as well, but it's just a lot of shit that's going on out there. So I say that to say, like we always say on this goddamn show, you guys have to keep your eyes open. You know what I mean? We can't think for you. Epps can't think for you. I can't think for you. We can only talk about and have good discussions that's going to make you guys think. If you got kids, talk to your kids. If you got a spouse, you got a man, make sure you're looking at what you're doing and shit, because this world will take you for a ride if you're not paying attention. You ain't got your head on straight.
Right. Your girl Brittany, what's her last name? Brittany Griner?
Yeah, Griner.
Brittany Griner.
Yeah, the basketball player. Yeah.
It seems like she's going through hell. I think they making her. They putting her in a more bad space than she is now in Russia.
You know what's crazy, Epps? And I'm sure you know some niggas that have been in jams. What prison is good? Like, when was the last time anybody that came from a prison said they had a good day? I don't know one nigga that's in jail that don't want to get out of jail. So why is this news? Brittany Griner was an WNBA player. Yes, maybe the charges were a little harsh. She had a vape pen, but they're talking about her conditions in Russia. But there's people out here, TGK, fucking Rikers and shit, living like animals too. So at the end of the day,
yeah, but
she's paying.
But the Russia jail cell over there is way different, AV.
For sure.
Way different, man. I forgot what movie I saw on Netflix, and it was about, I think it was a documentary just about Russia jail cell. And it's nothing pretty, man. It's nothing pretty. It's hell. And then to go through racism and some horrific conditions over there, man,
Not to mention, she's gay. She looks like a man. She's tall. She's black. She's got dreads. she's definitely going through some hell. But again, it's like, not to be all political and shit. And, I feel for her to a certain degree. But at the same time, you know what I mean? If we get caught with some dumb shit or reckless, we drive drunk from home and we get caught up, who's going to feel sorry for us? I mean, it was a careless mistake on her end. And that's the thing. People want to break the law and they feel like they can justify it and say, well, it was just a little infraction. It wasn't a big crime. And even though that may be true, there are people out here, man, that are wrongfully accused and shit, waiting to get the evidence taken out and shit, living like animals too. So at the end of the day, yeah, the Russian jails are bad, but to me, any jail is bad, bro. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I feel her on that, man, but it is what it is. You just got to stay safe.
Correct. Big shout to King Alpha in the building. Carlos just walked in the
Peace,
building.
peace.
What's up, Carlos? Who else?
What up?
Darkwing. Shout out to my girl Jessica. Our girl Jessica that was with us last week.
What's up, Jess?
Did a great job too on the co-host search.
Yes, she did.
She did. Which, by the way, I apologize. We had our guest come in very half an hour late.
Cap. That's why. Yeah, I was in the clouds, and then I saw you guys get on late. So I said I just stayed on for a little bit. I figured it wasn't gonna happen. And then I saw Jessica. She went on there. She did a great job too. Shout out to Jess.
Took over.
Yeah, she did her thing. She did her thing, man. She giving me a run for my money. So yeah.
Before we get up out of here, there was something I wanted to mention. Where was it? Is there something that you wanted to mention? I know I've been. Oh, yeah. Your man LeBron took a loss yesterday. What's up with that, yo?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yo, they are clowning the Lakers over there.
Yeah, I don't know how the Lakers ain't gonna do it this year.
Oh no,
the Lakers. I don't think they are.
I think Miami Dolphins is though.
Yeah. We might do something. But the Lakers aren't gonna do it this year. LeBron is known for trying to move players around and try to build dynasties. That's part of his MO. But yeah, he took a big loss, and that's the thing too. I mean, Tom Brady's that's the thing. When you're great and you're considered being a great, there's a lot of pressure on you to maintain that status, right?
Right.
So, it's like if Drake drops an album that's a flop, that's going to be taken a lot harder because he's been at the top for so damn long.
Right.
So it's hard, man. Heavy lies the crown, man. That's why sometimes, as normal people, we got to try to leave a little room. So that way we can keep striving to be high. Because when you on top, there's no place to go but down. You know what I'm saying? But everybody loses. But, it comes with the territory.
I think that's what makes you great. You take a loss and you come back stronger. You know what I mean? You learn.
You turn your losses to lessons. They're never losses. They're only lessons. Because we only learn from losing. We don't learn from winning.
And speaking about losses, lessons, before we get up out of here, let's just let's send our congratulations to BG getting out early, a year early from prison, man. So, that's probably going to be we all looking forward to hearing and seeing BG come out and do some music. I know T.I. is waiting for him.
Word.
You know what I mean? So, big shout to BG. We waiting for you. All right, come home. AV, man, thank you for passing through. Mr. Mixx 2 Live Crew, we want to thank him for passing through. Let him know about the morning show again before you get up out of here.
Yeah, thank you for having me. You already know it's love. Shout out to Team Epps. Make sure y'all check me out on YouTube, Alpha Villains. I got a morning show, Finish Your Breakfast with AV, 8:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Tomorrow we're going to talk about mothers are not wives. You don't want to miss it, 8:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I appreciate you, Epps. Love.
You already know. Love, AV. Word up, man.
Peace.
Also, Fat Trail. Welcome home, Fat Trail. I know MMG. I know Rick Ross is happy to have him back out, and they're going to get ready to do some new music on that. Everybody, man, I want y'all to have a good night, blessed night. Thank you for hanging out with me. We also want to thank Mr. Mixx for hanging out with us as well. Mr. Mixx from the 2 Live Crew, had a great talk with him and dropped some gem and all that. Today's show is brought to you by Positivity Water. You already know what we do and how we do it with that. All right, man. Once again, man, thank you for giving me my flowers, and we're just going to keep it moving, man. I'm not too sure if I'm going to be on the show tomorrow, but, we'll see what's up. I'll let you know. I'll keep you posted. But if not, we'll be back first thing Monday. First thing Monday for New Music Mondays. All right? Y'all have a good night. We love y'all. Peace out. You know what it is. DJ Epps and friends. #1 show on the gram. Holla back at your boy.
Give me my flowers while I'm still here. Now when I'm dead, I want my love now. Give me my flowers while I'm still here. Now when I'm dead, I want my love now.
DJ Epps.
Give me my flowers while I'm still here. Now when I'm dead, I want my love now. Check me. I've been in this game for 30 years. They grinding with blood, sweat, and tears. I lost some family, lost some peers. My tunnel vision, see things clear. Never lost focus. You could quote this, but you can't hurt this. All you fraudulent, scheming, Houdini niggas, hocus pocus. My purpose is to be the dopest MC in the game. But my